Welcome to Redlining, the podcast. If you like what we're doing here, or you really enjoy music or electronic music or gigs or anything like that, or even events, feel free to like and subscribe down below and these things that, YouTubers do. I don't know what it all means. And if you're listening to us on Spotify, drop us a rating, 5 stars or whatever it is on that would be great as well. The highest, the better. And stay tuned for more great podcasts and that sort of thing coming up your way soon. Today, we're sitting here with one of my favorite people, Richard. Okay, sitting right here, hello, my friend.
Oh, yes, shouldn't. Oh, yes, stop it.
And we're sitting here, also across from us is Gabriella Gonzalez, the most Spanish name I've ever heard in my life. Welcome to the show.
Hello.
We are sitting here in between Christmas and New Year's. Some would call that the taint of the holiday season, and it is toasty. What have you got coming up over New Year's and beyond?
Ooh, yeah.
Ooh.
Interesting. 31st, I'm doing the Bridomat block party. It's like a set of venues there, so I'm going to be in AV Club. Mm-hmm. I think it's 11:30 till 1. And that's going to be house music, obviously. Hopefully a little bit of techno there in between. Mm. They're pretty nice there. I can do whatever I want. So thank you, AV Club.
How does the block party work? And if you buy a ticket, what does that give you access to?
Well, you've got AV Club. Then you've got... Have you been to The Lane, Bridomat?
No.
So
say it again, The Lane?
The Lane, yeah. It's, where the Caretaker bar is the one that you go downstairs.
Oh, I used to have that rum bar and all that, and
they used to have
Bracket Bar was there, Orleans
and
was
Orleans,
there.
exactly.
Yep.
So where Orleans was, now they have another bar called Saturdays, mm-hmm. and that also takes up where Racket was. So that's another bar there. So they play more mainstream there, and then they're gonna have the outside area. There's gonna be a stage. And they're going to have more bands there, maybe the odd DJ there. And you just walk around, probably another stage. You usually have like a VIP tent, things like that. And it's fun. It's fun. You just walk around and you choose wherever you want to stay. So if this DJ sucks, then you can go to another one that doesn't suck, pretty much.
Oh, that's cool. And what time are you playing?
11:30 till 1.
Awesome. Okay, down at AV Club. Awesome.
Yeah.
So if you're at the block party, that's the time you need to go down to AV Club.
Oh,
wait a minute, 11:30 to 1, so you've got the midnight session.
Do you
I'm going to have to do the midnight
countdown?
thingy.
Yeah.
Do you have to do the countdown?
I really don't like doing that.
But do you have to do it, right?
I don't know. I need to ask them. I might have to do something there. But
I hate to break it to you, but in between 11 and 1 is 12.
Yeah.
And that's midnight. And that's what's going to happen.
But that's a very good point. Thank you. Because and they got 4 CDJs there. So I can definitely have one little CDJ with I think I used to have some. You can probably download something that goes, like the countdown 10.
You definitely could do that. I've done that once, and I had to do the countdown on the mic, and I didn't know the time, so I just
that's the thing. You just made it up. Yeah, that's the thing that I'm wondering. Because I'm not very mathematical and all that, and I'm always late.
They don't care, and they're still looking at the phones, going, "You're about 30 seconds out."
Yeah.
I remember like 10 years ago though, before everyone had smartphones and all that sort of carry on, where everything was synced up. You would do 10, 9, 8, 7, 8, blah, blah, Happy New Year. Then you go outside and there's going 10, 9, 8. And then 10, 9, 8.
Everyone was delayed.
Really in sync.
So do you have, and you probably haven't thought about this, but I'll ask anyway, do you have a 12 o'clock or a 12 a.m. track that you're going to play after you've done your countdown?
I think I have always, every year, I do a little bit of research and I download stuff, but I've never used them. I've never dropped them.
Yep.
Because, you just get sidetracked with whatever you're playing.
Yeah.
Maybe, I think I got something, but I wouldn't be able to tell you what songs I have. There must be something there that you can get, Yeah, nothing to, like, Happy New Year and stuff like that. I wouldn't like that.
Like an old Lang Syne remix.
What's that?
An old Lang Syne remix. Yeah,
well,
the dubstep.
Ironically.
Any song that might be called like Midnight or something like that, you can, it doesn't really have to be something about New Year,
Do the punters really notice? You know, like they just want to get on with it, right? You know, as long as you're playing a good tune, it doesn't really matter.
They're too busy trying to get that desperate first pash.
That reminds me, I need to do some homework. There we go. You see, DJs need to do homework. It's not that we just go there and press play. We need to prepare. We need to prepare.
Your sets.
Now that we are at the end of the year, though, I've been meaning to ask this for some of our guests. What would you say is your top 3 songs of 2022?
You're asking to the wrong person here.
Really?
Because
Is there anything new that you found that you went, I'm going to put that in my mix?
No, that's the thing. I'm someone who, whenever they ask me, who's your favorite DJ? I don't have a favorite DJ.
No.
Who's your favorite song, your favorite producer? I don't. Sometimes a producer that I really like may have this track that is really good, and then I listen to the other stuff and I don't really like it. So is that my favorite producer? Maybe not.
How do you research your music? So how do you find music on, that you sort of download using your sets? Do you listen to other podcasts? Do you listen to other DJ sets? Do you have a certain, producer that you like, or set of producers you like?
I randomly go YouTube or SoundCloud, and I just do some search, but mostly, just listen to whatever.
Yeah.
And then if I really like it, then I dig more into that, and then I check, Sometimes this producer would lead me to something else. And I have a very bad memory with song names and producer names as well, I remember, when Fisher had the first track, which was it?
Losing It.
Stop It, Non-Stopping, Stop It.
Losing It?
Or there was another one that he had that I like more than that.
Oh, okay. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the one that goes moving up and down like a roller coaster. I'm sorry.
That's great.
That one, when I listened to that, wow, this is very clean, it's very well done. And then he got too burned to me.
Yeah.
But I guess because he's got this, he's good at promoting himself and doing all the promo, because that's the other thing, these days being a DJ, you really rely on how well promoted you are, because people don't really go and look for the music. It's more than whatever is presented in front of people, then they may take it or leave it, so I really admired that. He just got a little bit too much, and from the moment something gets too much played and too mainstream, I completely lose interest.
So you don't like the Macarena anymore?
No, for example,
No.
that one, no. It's like a good example is when I was 13, I got a fan of U2, the band U2, and I was a fan of them for like all my secondary school times. And then the last track that I really liked was called Redlining, and they had a movie and all that. That was awesome. After that one, I think they had one called Ashton Baby or something like that. It was so poppy. It was so different to what they used to be. And the reason why I liked them was because they were, protesting about certain things. They were showing certain things, but they really changed their style, and I felt a little bit like, what's going on here? So I dropped them, and then I started following more bands like Pearl Jam, Soundgarden, Alice in Chains, and all that fit more what they used to be. They were different as well. To me, if it becomes too mainstream, I lose interest.
Yeah. I think a lot of people don't realise that. Sort of doing music research and getting new tunes actually is quite time consuming. People think like DJs have a collection, they get booked, they play, but actually there's a lot of work that goes in between all that.
And I personally have a lot of music and a lot of different collections. Like last night when I played at Fitzroy for the Boxing Day special, it was my gig disguised as Boxing Day, a bit addicts, but I play tech house and all that. And last night I played completely, it was tech house and all that, but it was way different to what I normally play, because I like picking different things. But it's it takes a lot of work, and to find that music in your USB also takes a while. So when people come and say, "Can you play Rihanna?"
Yeah.
I just have a USB, darling. Yeah, I didn't bring that USB. Pretty much, that's what you say.
I always find like random requests, and there's just nowhere near in the genre you're playing.
I'll tell you which one is the randomest of all. The Gambler by Kenny Rogers.
That is pretty random. Although I reckon you could probably find a remix of that somewhere.
Yeah, but
Probably crap,
come
but
on.
It'd be rubbish. It would be crap. Yeah.
Come on, I was like,
Yeah.
completely wasted people that
Yeah,
wouldn't dance unless you play that. I was like, oh,
Like,
really?
one of the last parties I was playing obviously house music, and this girl came up to me and she said, "It's my birthday, can you play me a tune?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure. I really like the Cranberries. Have you got Zombie?" I don't think I brought that one with me.
In my head, in your head, in your head.
What made her think that, do you know what, this party's really happening, we've got some like 4/4 beats going on, it's house music, do you know what will take this to a next level? Zombie by the Cranberries.
They don't realize that you're gonna kill the vibe, and it's so funny because before they say anything, they say it's my birthday or it's my friend's birthday. Like, I got the right to ask.
Yeah.
No, you don't have the right to ask. I'm sorry. No, don't come to me because I'm probably gonna say I don't have that song.
Yeah.
Even if I have it, because I have to play crappy music sometimes.
Do you ever get the persistent person that keeps going, are you going to play my tune again?
I have had people like that.
Do you ever like
I had to tell them to talk to the hand. Yeah.
I always think a
Or
good
to
way
bugger off.
A good way of answering that is that, I played it. Oh God, I missed it. Oh, you must have been in the toilet.
Yeah, that's another one.
Sorry, can you play it again? No, I never do that.
And
That's
you're
a policy.
right. That's a good one. That's a good one to say because it did happen to me that people asked me to play a track and I played it, and then they would come and say, "Have you not played it yet?" I said, "Yes, I have." "Oh, you probably were in the toilet." So that's a very good excuse. Thank you. I'm going to take that one from now on.
Even though it was probably an absolute shit song anyway.
Yeah.
Like The Gambler. I hate that song. I hate it. Hate it with 1,000. You know, you're talking about songs that get played too much. I'm from Pukekohe. That song is like every second song in the rugby club. I was like, could you just not?
Oh, yeah.
Could you not?
It's a sing-along song, isn't it?
Oh, I suppose. If that's what you think they're doing, singing, sure.
Yeah, I would only drop
Do
it
drunk
if it was a
rugby
party.
playing.
If it was a party when if the theme is very, very ugly songs. Or I remember there was one party that I saw. It was called the Ugly Songs Party. So can you imagine a party? Could be quite interesting, where every DJ makes the effort to play ugly songs.
Well, okay.
Can you imagine that?
What do you
ugly?
class as an ugly song?
Yeah.
Well, that would be one.
Yeah.
Definitely.
So, but obviously, because music, everybody has a different idea what music is good, what is bad. I mean, obviously, one of one of the reasons a DJ is there is to choose good music for people to dance to. But if you're having an ugly songs contest or whatever it is, what classes as an ugly song? Because one person's ugly song could be one person's gem, right?
Oh, I remember there was this song. I never played it and I never got it. I don't know if it was Lady Gaga who did that song. They
That's
called the song
definitely an ugly song.
Alejandro. Alejandro.
It's one that gets
That's
under your skin.
horrible. Horrible song. And it was a hit. Like, a lot of people really liked that song. And I was like, no way I'm going to get a song like that. That's a very good example.
Yeah,
I'm
that
sure
was-
that you probably heard that song before.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Do you get a lot of really funny Kiwis going up to you saying, have you got any Enrique Gracias? Or maybe some, any other, like, Spanish, what's his name? The one who did the Un, Dos, Tres, Un Placer Toma Latte, Mari? What was it?
Ricky
Oh,
Martin.
Ricky.
Ricky
Or any of that.
Martin.
Do you get any funny people coming up to you, like, demanding Spanish music?
Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
The funniest thing was when Despacito was a hit, the pronunciation. So with, a place, that is loud, we have everyone there, you can't really hear when someone, but this is the other thing, when people come to ask for a request, you gotta stop, take your headphones off and then listen to the person, and it's very loud, and it's very loud it's hard to have a conversation. So we really can't, sometimes I'm so into what I'm doing that I can't really have a long conversation. I really need you to tell me quickly what you need. And I had this lady come, "Can you play Despacito? Despacito?" And I go, "What?" And I would just say, "Yeah, sorry, I don't have that song." And I kept on playing because I didn't know what it was, and I couldn't be bothered making the effort. She came like 3 times until I finally realized that she wanted Despacito. which is Despacito
I
to
find
me.
it weird that people will even ask you guys for requests, because clearly what you guys do is a little bit different from like your wedding DJ.
Yeah.
Who's just standing there with one headphone off and he's like playing the hits. Whereas you guys are like in it and you're clearly more musicians
Yeah.
than you are DJs.
Yeah.
Right? And at what point does someone think it's cool to go up to you and
They don't know
request?
what the job is about.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't see DJing as a job, number one thing.
Yeah.
A lot of people think that we do it because of the free drinks and whatever that comes along with it. And for a guy, they can get a cool girlfriend, whatever it is, I mean, I don't do it for that, clearly. I just do it because I love doing this. But yeah, you will get, because there's lots of DJs these days.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean they are DJs, they just get a DJ controller, which is these days is very easy to get. And then they just do like this and do a mix, and then I'm a DJ. Now, to be a DJ, it takes years, by the way, my darling. You could be a very good at mixing, but to be a DJ is different. I was once playing at Ink Bar. Ink Bar, you don't ask for requests, number one. You don't. And you're just playing all this music, And I have a lot of old school house that was never mainstream. So you probably never heard that song, but I'm going to drop it. And, so I mixed it a lot with stuff that just comes out as well. And that's what I like about it, because, this is a really cool song, and it never got in mainstream, which is awesome. And you can still have an amazing DJ set, provide that to the customer,
When you've
that's,
got a crowd
that's more valuable.
When you've got a crowd that kind of appreciates what the DJ does and trusts in what the DJ will present to you, then that gives you the options to be really quite creative.
That's
with
the
what you
best
play,
DJ set that you can have, because there's a rapport there. Actually, there's respect. I am respecting you by carefully choosing what I think you will dig into, and it sounds good to me, so I'm going to play it. So yeah, I was once asked to play Fisher in the middle of playing at Ink Bar, and I said, it's too mainstream, sorry. And I had to say that.
What was their reaction?
And they just go, they move
Have you
around.
got Zombie by the Cranberries?
Oh my God. Yeah, I was playing at Ink Bar recently for the Burnout Boys.
Oh, yeah.
And it was amazing. They had a lot of people coming in. It was a very enjoyable DJ set there. And I didn't know what I was going to play. I never talked about it to them, what I was going to play. And I just felt like playing a bit of deep techno, which is the techno that I like playing, or deep house techno house, whatever it's called, some of them sound a little bit like house, just, for the ones who are very into, this is not techno. Music evolves, it changes all the time. And I had, the young ones, they tend to come with their phones, and they do this massive print thingy, and they come and they show, when I'm at AV, they always come, drum and bass, and I go, no, I'm booked to play house, you got the drum and bass DJs, leave me alone. And I go, I don't play, that's all you're gonna do. But I had this kid in the Burnout Boys showing me, I don't know what person it was, and I was like, let me just surprise you. And then I had someone who was right next to that person and turned around and put the phone down and said, no, you don't do that here. It was so funny. It was really funny. Yeah, but thank you to that person, by the way. Yeah.
You get around the world a little bit with your performing, do you? Where have you been?
I would love to.
Yeah.
I would love to do more of that. Yeah. I did a really good gig in Argentina once, in Patagonia, and they organized a gig. So I'm Argentinian, but it was promoted as a DJ from New Zealand. It was so funny with the most Spanish name ever.
Great.
I don't know how they would believe that.
Great time to be Argentinian at the moment.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm telling you, it was so good.
Congratulations.
I watched it in Egypt. It was so good. Yeah.
Did you get to see the game?
Yeah.
Oh, you did.
Just the last one, because I broke the spell. because the previous ones, I hadn't watched a single game, and then everyone goes, you gotta watch the finals, and then we lost.
Yeah.
So I thought, oh, maybe that's why we lost. So this time I didn't watch any of them.
Yeah.
I said, I'm not gonna watch the finals. And then my friend was messaging me. I was still in the room, just getting ready, for dinner. And she goes, you need to come. It's very exciting. Come. There's an extension. So I went there, and then we won. So it was good.
Yeah. Must have been a great atmosphere.
Yeah. Sorry to my Frenchy friends. I love you. You know I love you. I have a lot of French friends.
I do.
Yeah.
I have a lot of French friends,
Yeah.
so yeah, I'm sorry. None of them messaged me to congratulate me, by the way.
Funny that, yeah. Yeah.
How have things improved this year for you, considering the last 3 years that we've been experiencing?
Well, like I always say, when something really bad happens, there's always something good that comes from it.
Mm-hmm.
So when I thought everything was lost, as we all probably thought, when we were gradually coming out from the craziness, that I hope we don't end up in it again, I started to have different ways of work. So I started doing lots of private birthdays and more, like private parties, smaller gatherings, because we were not allowed to have bigger ones. And I'm getting more private events as well, and mostly because of what I play, of what I do. I'm always respectful, and I make sure that I play what they ask me to play, obviously. But in general, I just go, no, we just book you because we saw you play this, and that's cool.
So a lot of referrals?
Yeah, it's a lot of word of mouth.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I hate the online stuff, and I just don't have the time for that, and I don't have the money to have someone working for me, because you actually need to do something like that. I do have a website with only one photo, and I haven't done anything, but I do have a friend. My friend Alex is gonna help me out to improve it and do something about it. But then again, to maintain it and all that, you need someone there to put content, change it, and all that. And I can't be bothered. I'm my own manager, and people think, oh, you do nothing in the week, right? And weekdays. No, actually no. On weekdays, I am making and sending my own invoices. And then I am also taking all the bookings, negotiating them. If I'm doing weddings and or other private functions, I need to have a conversation with the client more than once sometimes, and to see what they want. Sometimes I need to play specific songs they ask me to play as well for something they have planned. Talk to the venue. Sometimes if I do a wedding in Wahiki, I can't take my own speakers there, on the ferry. So I've got my contacts there. So I need to arrange that, So all that takes time. Plus, listening to a lot of music, downloading, organizing your music, No time to practice, of course. But that's, something that you need when you first start as a DJ. Then you just go for it. But yeah, you need to learn your songs. Because if you don't know how that song goes, then you don't know when to drop it. It's important, so all that takes time.
But also, you as a DJ, you work irregular hours, right? So one night you could be just doing a set from, 7 till 10, and then the following night you could be doing 2 till 4 in the morning. Yeah. So how do you keep up those irregular times, especially with sleep? Does that ruin your sleep pattern?
I'm typically a night owl. So I can stay up until late. If I sleep, I would say 5 hours is the minimum that I would need. Ideally, 6 would be better. If I do lots of gigs and I sleep at least 6 hours, I am totally fine.
Oh, yeah.
There's no change. Now, if I do, but I did have a couple of times that I had to sleep 4 hours only, because I would have a daytime gig, and I would start 11 a.m. and I wouldn't stop until 4 a.m. It was like, whoa, yeah. And with probably 1 hour break, which is to go from one gig to another one. And then when do you eat? When do you have dinner? And so you got your dinner here on your side, and next song. And then trying not to get dirty, the gear dirty, and then the requesters who ask you to play the gambler. Yeah. On top of that.
What do you do? What steps do you put in place to keep yourself healthy?
Well, I don't drink much. I used to drink a lot before. So now, yeah, I mostly drink water and the occasional glass, of wine. Maybe in one night, I might have one glass, maybe two if it's a very long time, and then the rest is all water. Yeah.
Yeah. So do you so during the week when you're not DJing, do you sort of like make sure you have a healthy diet and get your exercise in?
Yeah, I'm always
look after yourself.
Yeah, I started going to the gym for the first time of my life, and it's a great feeling. It's really good. It helps you to feel fit as well, especially when you do long hours. That you're standing up long hours. I don't know how these ladies can DJ on the high heels. I'm sorry, but I don't know how they do that. So yeah, that's really good. You can feel it, but if you go to the gym, that makes it much easier. Yeah, because I can't help and I dance, and I don't realize. Yeah. And then you're like, oh, and you go home, and then when the day is over, you can't move.
It's a lot of standing up, right? Yeah. No, fair enough. So let's compare this or the last couple of months to the previous year's couple of months. How have you found it sort of coming out of the last year, which was pretty terrible for most people, and then starting to pick up the work as it comes along?
Yeah, I still need to answer that question.
Yeah. Have you found it as like quite easy to pick up jobs? Are there certain jobs that you have found that are new ones coming in, like you talked about, maybe a bit more private parties, more corporate ones? Are you getting your regular jobs back? How's that been?
I got some of our regular jobs back. Some of the bars that I used to DJ before this, they're not anymore. So that clearly shows how many businesses had to stop. It really killed a lot of businesses. So yeah, I got a couple, but now I got new ones as well. And one of my many genres that I like to play, because that's the other thing, I love playing very different. I'm very varied, and I have a big music collection because I love music. So if you don't know me well, you may think you saw me play this and then she only plays this, but I don't. So I'm getting I love playing that loungy house, so when people go and have a cocktail, or maybe like a bar, restaurant places. So yeah, there's a new bar in town called Palmer. I love that place, and you just go there and you play your housey bits and stuff like that, and management, everyone is like top, and the people who go in, everyone goes with bookings. You can't really go just go in. I love. There's a new one that I got. Amazing, really nice. And there's another bar that I just got that I haven't played there yet, but they seem to be very nice. So I'm playing in January. I think it's the 21st of January. I can't remember now if it's a Friday or Saturday, but 20-something. It's called Crown Lounge Bar. It's in Parnell.
Oh yeah.
And lovely people.
They've got music in Parnell. What?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. So I'm excited for that one, for them as well, because obviously they're trying to push, a nice, classy night for the customers and offer them something different. So yeah, I'm excited about that one. So yeah, I am getting that one. I got it from my friend Quinn, Downtown Hustle, the DJ Downtown Hustle. So I appreciate his help as well.
Are these residencies? Or they,
yeah,
they are. Oh, perfect. Okay, so that's regular
so they're
work.
gonna have different DJs in this bar, but I am guessing it's like in Palmer Bar we got many different DJs, and I've noticed they only have lady DJs in Palmer bars. I don't know.
Sexist.
At last we are getting because when I first started 12 years ago, it was hard to get a DJ set as a woman.
Yeah,
it was. It's crazy to see how it changed. It changed for better in that respect. I'm getting more private functions, and I am getting, and the private functions are much better paid. So I like the occasional bar thingy or club thingy. They're not the best, Ink Bar, they pay me well, so thank you, Andy. The other bars, that they don't underpay you, but it could be nice to be paid a little bit more if you compare it with other gigs that you get, you know, that's why. But I would like to say, like, so far now at this stage of my DJing, I'm not being underpaid at all, and I was underpaid for many years, but not now. So
how's that change come about then? Is that you saying, look, I'm not going to take this amount of money, it's got to be this, or I don't play?
Probably part of that. Yeah, probably part of that. I think also the experience and, you know, because, you know, in Auckland it's like word of mouth as well. The experience and everything makes it that way. So I am aware, because there was certain points in which I was like, why? I really want to play in this bar, on that bar. But then when I heard how much they were paying, then I said, oh no, maybe I don't want to play there. And maybe they didn't even think about booking me to play there, because maybe they don't think they would like to, maybe they feel bad that they pay me that, so they would normally go for a DJ who has been DJing for a year or so, you know, which that's what I would do when I first started, you know, I would just take anything, any job, you know, as long as it pays my bills. So yeah, it's a little bit of that as well, but yeah, I love it, you know, and I'm getting new things as well, new festivals. So this year I'm gonna play, well, next year, 2023, I'm gonna be playing at Earthbeat. That's what I've never played at Earthbeat, and they're really cool. And you know, I got this only song that I made called Karma, which pretty much matches with the theme. And they even offered me if I wanted to, they want to do like a compilation of artists and whatever they make and
include
their work there. So they might just put my song there.
Oh, cool.
Why not?
Cool. Yeah. Cool.
That's really nice of them.
Where's
so
Earthbeat? Is that up north?
I have no idea.
Not a good start.
It's lots of days. It's
You should probably know where you're going to go.
It's because I never drive, you know. So
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah. So I always need to get that +1 for my ride. Always.
Yeah.
Let's have a look. We'll have a look.
Yeah, have a look. And I think they start on a Wednesday, so it's until a Sunday. They do and they have like yoga workshops and all this vegan food and completely different stuff, you know.
Oh, you're not selling me so far, but carry on.
No, they have lots of different. I don't know if they also have the other stuff that isn't, but that, you know, they are very much like you know, that you know, that they don't you need to bring your own thing, and no plastic, just in your flasks, you know, and things like that. Nothing on. You need to take your own rubbish. You know, they're very conscious about all that. So I'm excited for that one.
But they've got like meditation and yoga and stuff going on at the same time.
In between,
it looks like it's near Wellsford, just to...
Wellsford.
I was on that farm up north at, what's his name, Chad?
They're all
something.
a little bit up north, like South Head, that's where they do Dimension, not Dimension, the guys who do New Zealand Spirit as well, they are somewhere near there as well.
Oh, that's the one I'm thinking. Yeah,
I think it's called Resolution this year.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm volunteering for that one as well.
Cool.
But not as a DJ. I haven't made it as a DJ there yet.
So, obviously festival time, summer. What do you love about festival time in New Zealand?
I love the fact that we get to enjoy music in a different way. And it's not like going to a club. It's like everyone, so whoever you're dancing with or you're DJing to, they're all there for the music, you know? And it's a completely different, it's a very completing feeling. The love, you just feel that love and respect people have, you know, for whatever you decide to share with them, you know? And everyone is like, you know, like when I DJ at home, it's like I have everyone around, you know, and I'm very close to everyone. And there's always someone, you know, like the last time I played there, it was so hot. And I had these people coming. So one with a massive fan going like that, another one with a little fan thing, you know, with a battery, and another one coming with a mist water thing, just going like that. Oh, thank you. So I was DJing. I was treated like a queen, you know.
Yeah.
And everyone, it's just, you know, like beautiful. Everyone just caring for everyone, you know. That's what I really like about it. Yeah, and you get to catch up with everyone as well before or after the DJ set, and it's just, you know, yeah.
Do you tend to hang around at the festivals when you play? Obviously, schedule permitting.
If I get what?
Oh, sorry. Do you get to hang around at the festivals, schedule permitting?
Yeah. It just depends. You know, when I do the festivals, like in the past when I first started, you know, I would accept any kind of pay, but now you need to get paid a minimum to make it work. You know, because if you're going far, I need to get paid the minimum I would make on an average night. You know, so that. You know, yeah, because usually it's on a weekend, and I need to make money on a weekend.
So what? There was a post on Facebook recently, basically just talking about or discussing people DJing just for their ticket to a festival. Now, what's your opinion on that?
Well, I don't.
Okay. Can you elaborate? No, I mean, I'd understand that you probably wouldn't, but do you think it's acceptable not acceptable? Is it acceptable for a festival to ask that of a DJ? And obviously there are DJs that would obviously accept that too.
Well, that's again, I think not everyone is a DJ. It takes years to become a DJ. So again, you may have a controller at home and like playing beats at home and, you know, have a beer and all that. But if you don't do it as a job, I'm sorry to tell you, but you're not a professional DJ. So when people who like playing music, and there's nothing wrong with that, and you've got the right to play and share with people, if someone who isn't a professional DJ does it for a ticket, then fair enough, you know? Because if I am a promoter and I wouldn't pay you if you're not a professional DJ. You know, you get paid for a job that you're a professional, right? That's why everyone has a job. So I don't think that would be... Now, what I would think if I was a promoter in a festival, take into account who I am booking. So I would offer money to the ones that I know they do it for a living, and I know they would miss on other DJ work somewhere else because I want them to DJ for me, then yes, I would pay those people. But I don't see... I think it should be a balance there. So I don't think it's wrong to do it for the ticket. If that's what you want, and you're working for it as well, but you get the chance to play. And there's a lot of people who would love to play, and they get a free ticket. I think that's a very good deal.
Yeah, it's a fair comment.
But that's not me. I'm not in that position to do that, you know? So it just depends on that. Now, if you're not a professional DJ and you get offended when you're offered the free ticket, then that's a different story. Yeah, that's a different story, because let's be realistic. To be a DJ, like any other job, you need to work hard. It's fun, but you need to work hard. And there's lots of other things, like any other job, that come with it that you're not going to like. And you need to learn them, and you need to know how to tackle them. So that needs to get paid. So yeah.
Oh, fair enough.
Yeah, do it for the ticket.
It's a fair...
If you want to have that, do it for the ticket.
I think if you've got newbies and you're going to give them like daytime sets and stuff like that, sure.
Yeah.
But I don't think, my personal point of view, I don't think it's good to, you know, offer, as you say, professional DJs who are going to be playing like decent sets after 6 o'clock at night.
Exactly.
They cannot be doing it.
Exactly. So then you need the other DJs. You wouldn't offer a morning set to a professional DJ, right? Especially because they're going to be coming from gigging, they need to sleep. It makes sense. Yeah. Now, if you really like mixing music and you want to get your free ticket, that's when the promoter relies on those people, you know, who like mixing. So that's fair enough. And you get to do that. And then you in general, they do that, and then they can get wasted for the rest of the night, you know? So it works for them anyway, you know? In my case, I don't like getting wasted. So to me, it doesn't work that way either.
I think there's got to be, and I think this is what makes festivals quite attractive, some of them. There's got to be a fair amount of diversity within the kind of acts that play. And sometimes the great thing about going to festivals is seeing some of that untapped talent talent that
Yeah.
maybe haven't played out much before, but
Yeah.
you get the chance to sort of stumble on them at, I don't know, 11 o'clock in the morning, you know, as you just got up and you're just having your first coffee or whatever and going, wow, this is pretty cool. This guy's or
Well,
girl's
it
pretty
gives
good.
you exposure, you know.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
I don't need exposure because I've been doing this for a while.
Yeah, sure. I mean,
you know,
Yeah.
but there are other people who do need exposure. So who knows? Maybe some of those people who get offered, you know, the DJ set for an exchange of a free ticket, maybe they get more into it in the future and they become professionals and they earn a living with DJing, then they will get paid, you know.
Yeah.
But it's like any job, you know. Like how many times we start a new job or do things, you know. So I think it's a fair deal. You're not doing it for free. You're still getting a deal there.
Based
I
on
would say.
experience.
Based on experience,
Yes.
exactly. That will be the thing.
Yeah.
So I feel sorry for the promoters who get slashed by comments like that. Now I would like to know who made that comment. You know, because if I know that person or I don't know that person as a DJ, then that person doesn't have the right to slam the promoters that way. Because if they're not professional, then that's it, you know. If you have a job Monday to Friday and you pay your bills with all that and you happen to love mixing music, there's nothing wrong with that, then hell yeah, do it for free, for a free ticket. You can enjoy and the tickets are expensive, so that's a very good deal, I would say.
If you're going to a few festivals, it can mount up, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you get to enjoy, and us, including me as well, because I like listening to other people mixing music, you know. I get to, I really enjoy this. I like this vibe, and you know, it gives the diversity that a place needs. But it's all about balance, you know. Yeah.
One thing I want to ask you actually is going back to festivals, talking about yourself. Like, what would you say your favourite festival as a DJ is?
But I love
Where you're playing at the Hub stage? What time are you playing?
I'm playing on the 1st of January because I need to
of course,
make the bucks, you know, on the 31st in town. So I'm doing 6:30 till 8 p.m.
Cool.
At the Hub, and then after that they're probably gonna have the bands and the burlesque and all the juggling and this other really cool stuff that happens at night. But it's got lighting and everything. It's high production there. They work hard. They work hard for them. My hat off to them as well.
How long does OM go for? How many days?
Many years.
How many days is the festival?
How many days? Do they start on the 28th? Is it?
I think it's either 4 or 3.
I think
4, isn't it?
they might start from tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow, or if not tomorrow, definitely the 29th.
Right.
Yeah.
They didn't start till New Year's Eve last year because of that government rule change that came in on the end of the 11:59 on the 30th.
I would have been so stressed as a promoter. So stressed.
Yeah, there were a lot of stressed out people during that period, I think. And punters as well. Like for us, it must have been very difficult during that period because there was a lot of will we, won't we, in terms of lockdowns and that
especially
sort of thing.
for because they were the first ones who had to do a festival with all this craziness going on.
Yeah.
But for the punters trying to buy tickets, it's like, can we buy tickets? Should we buy tickets? Is it going to be a disaster when you buy something? We spend $350 for a 3-day weekend. It gets postponed, and then you've got to try and get the money out. It's just, it was a very, very difficult time for everybody, I think.
Yeah. I think the ones who didn't happen, like Explored, and I think the Shipwrecked also. I'm not aware of the details, but I think there was a funding that they received. But that must have taken months. I don't know if it would have been the same, but the hassle and the admin work to do that. I know that everyone who bought tickets for that, they can use the tickets this next year, so they don't have to worry about that, you know. But your situation can change. Maybe you're busy, you can make it, you know, you don't know.
I think there's obviously going to be a real sense of release when these festivals start, because considering, now compared to last year when we were promised this summer if we'd had our shots. I'm not going to get too much into the, the vaccine and all that business, but we were kind of promised, like, if you get your shots, that we will have a summer, and then
we didn't.
We got 3 weeks.
Yeah, we just got 3 weeks. Yeah,
and like obviously the frustration is there because you talk about organisers, obviously like the admin they have to go through, but if you think about the punters as well, they had all this excitement of going and enjoying a summer after let's be fair, is one of the shittest years, and then not being able to actually go, or actually managing to go to one, and then that being it.
Yeah.
So this year, obviously, there's going to be a big release from people. There's plenty of festivals to go to. It's going to be a summer of, music and going out and stuff. And I just wondered if that atmosphere is going to be obvious when you go to these festivals. That kind of sense of relief and joy that you finally can actually enjoy a summer after 2 years of misery.
Well, I can't wait to enjoy that at because that's going to be my first summer festival. That can happen. That way.
And I actually, like, even at last year, there was, even though you could go, you still had the sense of that, the whole vaccine and the COVID thing, I don't want to go near these people too much. What if I get it? I mean, it's...
the paranoia,
Yeah, the kind of anxiety that goes around that.
That was introduced,
So, although, it's still sort of lurking over our heads, most people have kind of sort of put it on the back burner and just go out to enjoy themselves. I know I did when I went to last year, and that first night, I was like, I'm just going to go ahead and enjoy myself. I'm going to try and keep away from people. And inevitably, that doesn't happen. Within 20 minutes, some woman, really nice woman, just came and like gave me a massive hug. And actually, what it did was it killed all my anxieties. And I just thought, fuck this, I'm just going to enjoy myself.
Because that's what we need, especially hugs are the best therapy you could ever have, It's interesting what you're saying, because when I was in Egypt and we were talking about, receiving, I was with a meditation group, big meditation group. We were talking about, hugs and all that, and people who don't have partners, like me. So they would say, so what do you do if you don't have a partner, and you don't get all those cuddles and all that? And I go, yeah, but there's different ways of cuddling people. Your friend can also give you a big hug, And I was saying, when I do my gigs every week, especially when I do them at Fitzroy, which is like my second home, like yesterday, the amount of hugs and kisses I had was unbelievable. So I was saying, I get my I get my dose, of cuddles and kisses every weekend, It's not that it's something like, I need to have a partner so I can get cuddled, But this is me, because of the job that I do that I love, also gives me that, I get that as a bonus, and and hugs are important. So yesterday, although I was 12 hours there, because I was the promoter from 3 p.m. until 3 a.m.
At the Fitz?
Yeah. I DJ'd the first 3 hours. There weren't many people. I knew that. But then people started to arrive. I caught up with everyone. Time flew until it was time for me to DJ. And I was enjoying every single every single DJ as well, but also catching up with everyone, hugs and everything. So it is necessary, and I really needed them, and I'm so glad, that I got them back, after my holiday. So that really gets your anxiety to zero. It's very important, and it's so sad that we were prompted not to do that, when it wasn't necessary. So I'm glad that you got your that anxiety.
I did, it was weird because I sort of went there and I was like really disciplined. I thought I'm just gonna sort of keep to myself. And then like this woman, like bless her, she was with her partner, and like she gave me eye contact. I was like, no, I can't give her eye contact. And then she sort of came close to me.
So
why are you avoiding eye contact with me? And I was like, I wasn't like that. And she would, you were. And then I started backing off like this. And then she just went, whoa, like that. And honestly, like, it was the best thing that could have happened to me. Because then from that point onwards, I just thought, I'm just going to go and enjoy myself.
Yeah, because every time I go to every time I go to Shipwrecked, every time I go to Explore, and you bump into people that but, hi, and
exactly.
That's the essence of these music festivals we do. I don't know in another country, but here is what it is. If you go to Tomorrowland and all those things, I think you're just one more person. But Music festivals in New Zealand have that
Intimacy.
thing. Yeah.
Why do you think that is?
No other place would have it.
Is that because it's just the way Kiwis are, or the fact that it's a very cosmopolitan place?
It could be that. It could be because we are smaller than other places as well. So that could be another factor. But yeah, I would always tell, like, every time I go to Argentina to visit my sister, and she's like in her 30s, and she always talks about, Tomorrowland and all those bits. And I said, you guys, and her friends as well, said, you guys need to make the effort, come to New Zealand in summer, and I will introduce you to all these festivals. You must go. They're amazing. They have no idea what they're missing. Like, honestly, that phrase applies to that. They have no idea what they're missing. If they ever come here one day and I take them to one of them, they're going to go, oh, I know what you mean, Gabby. And they'll never forget about it. And they're probably going to start making the effort to come every year just for those.
Yeah.
Because you don't get that anywhere in the world, I think.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
It's funny,
I love
it's
it.
funny because I almost find it the antithesis of what New Zealanders are like. I find that for a majority of the year, we don't hug. We do avoid eye contact. And we're strange beings, the Kiwi, during outside of summer. But during summertime, when you go to those gigs, it genuinely does feel different. Like, everyone does, you get the eye contact, you get the hugs. Some of it might have some assistance, but still, it allows, but it doesn't matter what it is, because it allows people to actually be probably more themselves than they ever get to be. And that's because of the music. Majority because of the music. And I think that's a really wonderful thing.
Even the DJ sets, to me, are way more relaxed as well. I feel more relaxed as well because I got something to offer. And normally when I play in the DJ sets, in the music festivals, when people say, do you have mixes on SoundCloud? Yeah, but I'm not going to put anything that I play. I don't like recording my DJ sets live. That's number one. So if you're a promoter or whatever, please don't do that because I don't like it. I like to offer the live thing. Why would I want to listen to that again and again and again? No, it's an experience that I choose to share at that time. And then if you want to experience more, and I want to experience more, I want to play more, you come more as well. So my mixes in SoundCloud will never have the songs that I'm going to drop on a music festival, especially because I like to give that exclusivity, especially to the music festivals, So the music that I play there, I carefully choose it. Well, I don't choose every single song, but I got my collections, so I got different collections there, and I go, this is what I would drop here, and I'm not gonna drop in this venue or in a club, I may not play all the songs because I always have more than I need because I don't know what I'm gonna need, but yeah, that's to me important, with the mixes.
So what are you most looking forward to this year, gig wise, or just generally? Oh, sorry, I'll say next year, 2023.
2023, yeah.
Almost
it's a bit of a weird talk about next year and, being so close to it. I'd like to continue, with the work that I'm getting. I'm excited, to play in the new bars, and hopefully there will be new bars. Hopefully there will be more people who will be able to start new businesses. I'm happy for them and obviously for me. I would like, when things can relax even more, to be able to maybe, when it's winter here, go and DJ, in some other places. So now that I am able to get my Spanish passport, yay! They changed the regulations, so now I am allowed to apply for it. So I'm going to apply for that next year at some point. If I can do that, then I'll be able to probably go around Europe and play in different places,
wow, cool.
Yeah.
So you got aspirations of playing abroad?
I would love to, yeah. Well, when I went to Ibiza, I played in a couple of places, but very small bars because they don't give a damn about you if you're not booked, the proper way. Yeah. But I guess, the most important thing is you need to get the right connections so that they take you to play there, It doesn't matter who you are, you just need the connections, unfortunately.
Yeah.
So I'm not really working on it straight away because I first want to have my passport and all that. It may not happen next year, it may happen the following one. I still don't know, because I don't want to have to buy the ticket. myself to go to Europe is not cheap.
Yeah.
So it has to be if they book me to go there,
Yeah.
you know. But what it could happen, because this is what they normally do between Australia and New Zealand, promoters, sometimes they bring an international, but they share
Yep.
the thing, because it would be
Yeah.
more expensive for one person. So if you got different festivals or different venues we want to have, and the venues are in different cities, okay, then you guys can join forces and pay for the ticket for this artist, and then the artist gets work in many places as well. So that way it is doable.
Yeah.
So I think that if I can find something like that to probably do in some places in Europe, hell yeah, I'm up for it.
That's the dream.
Hey, listen, Gabby, thank you very much for coming in. We've now crossed the hour by a
Oh,
little
wow.
bit.
Nice.
Time flies.
Time does very much fly. It is tremendous having you in here. You're an absolutely
Well,
lovely
thank
person
you for
to talk
having
to.
me again.
No worries.
And after the last couple of years, I got a feeling that this next year is going to be pretty fucking awesome for you. So
Hopefully, yeah.
good luck. And we'll get you
Thank
back
you.
on the show probably in a few months' time, and we'll talk about
Yeah.
how it all went.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. Always up for it.
Cool.
Thank you.
Thanks, Gabby.
Thank you. Mwah.